Welcome to another episode of Between Us Ladies. I'm your girl, Meltrice, also known as the Money Minded Mama.
Okay, now, and I'm your girl Lex, aka your book bestie.
And today, we're going to be talking about boundaries, healthy or not healthy.
All right, now, but first, as always, we're gonna get into this game. So three topics today. Which one we going with?
Okay,
mindful,
our
vulnerable,
icebreaker.
or
Let's go with vulnerable.
intimacy.
Let's
We're going
go
with
vulnerable today. I get nervous because I have no clue what we're about to pick.
No, she
But we're
does
about
not.
to talk
But
about
I
it.
don't either. That's the point of the game.
Okay, I went from the bottom last time. Let me go from the top here. Who is the one person that has consistently been there for you? Oh God, I think this is deep. And I think that it depends on what phase in life I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But I think my initial reaction to this question would be my husband. You know, through the thick and the thin, like through everything, like he definitely has my back and I know it. So I would say right now, my answer to that would be my husband. I think if I went a little deeper with this conversation or with this question, I would have to say you.
No, me?
Yeah, because you've been my ride or die since I was 20 years old. Like, I remember one day me and your dad got into it, and he was in my face, and he was yelling, and you had a water bottle. You thought he was about to do something to me. Girl, you was little. You had to be like 5. You threw that water bottle and hit him right in the head.
I ain't play no games now. I ain't play no games then.
Right in the head. And he went to go for you. I was like, you better not go for my baby. All she was doing was protecting her mother.
Exactly.
So
sit down somewhere.
I would say, now you're older. I don't really, the relationship that I'm developing with my husband, like that guy right there,
Takes a lot more precedence.
That's my dude.
Yeah.
That's my dude.
I love that for you.
What's your answer?
I mean, the answer for me, obviously, right now in this point of my life, is just you.
Clock it. I couldn't wait till you answered that question. I couldn't wait till you answered that
You was like, I know the answer already.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. All right, but yeah, my answer would definitely be you. I have not reached a point in life where I'm going through a lot or anything like that. So my consistent person has been you. Yeah. I mean, like Aubrey can only do so much for me, and she's not old enough to have more detailed or intimate conversations. So yeah,
I like it. I would just say too, there's intentionality. That's my word of 2025, intentionality.
Hello.
So yes, I'll be saying it throughout this podcast a lot because it's in my spirit. But no, I am very intentional about making sure that you know that I'm there.
Yeah.
No matter what, whether you're making good choices, whether you're making bad choices, whether I'm happy with you, whether I'm not happy with you, I am. If I have breath in my body, if I have breath in my body, if I have the activity of my limbs, I am going to be there for you consistently.
Absolutely. But I think that that's also just a part of where you are now. Like you said, I was your person before Papa. So I get that. In this moment, you are my person because, I mean, it's just me. It's just me and Aubrey.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't wait to have me and my husband, who I can say, my husband is consistent. That's
I can't
who
wait
it
till
is.
you have him either.
But
I want to have my hand all in. No, listen. Okay, I won't.
But yeah, I want that person to have in my life where that is the constant, because that's the feeling of a fallback with that person is safe.
Yeah,
it's comforting.
Safe. Yeah, it's Papa and I. We have such vulnerable conversations that I feel like you can't have vulnerable. You can't be vulnerable with everybody.
No, you cannot.
And you can't have those vulnerable conversations like what you were saying. out of fear of being judged.
Mm-hmm.
Like if you're too vulnerable,
yeah.
there's some people that look at me, and like and that's why I tell people all the time, I make a lot of mistakes. A lot of times I call them paid lessons. I don't want to be put on a pedestal. I'm not superhuman. I am just as vulnerable, just as frail, just as flawed as everyone else. But sometimes you can't show up in that vulnerability all the time.
Not with everybody in your life.
And when you have that safe person, you can just be like, I don't have it today.
Yeah. Like, I should be able to go and see, like, I can only give you 20.
Yeah.
That's all I got today. Yeah. And it's like, no problem. I got the 80.
That's right.
No problem. I got that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna let you sit in your 20 and 80. And then when you're ready to get back at me, come on. But then it's also the reciprocity of, I'm also at 20 too.
Yeah.
So
I'm at 20 today.
Yeah, what we gonna do? How we gonna figure this out?
We got to make 100 together. So
we gotta
got to come with that 80.
You got to come up with something. I mean, maybe I can get to 40. Can you come up with 60?
Yeah, yeah.
But that is a very, that's a different conversation and different topic, because the safeness and the vulnerability beyond with your person. But I don't know, because you're like my person. I mean, we have our moments and we have our banters, but at the end of the day, I know that if I needed something, you're there.
And I hope you know that if you're vulnerable, although I might have an opinion, it's certainly not gonna. I guess when I think about judgment, I think about what you're feeling is some kind of way going to influence how you react or respond or treat a person. Like, I can have an opinion about something that you're doing or not doing, or something that I think you should do better or do differently, but I'm not going to allow that to dictate how I treat you and how I show up for you.
Okay.
Right? So even in moments where you like, oh my God, my mom might judge me, or she might do this and this and that, because she probably won't agree, because you know me enough to know the things that I'm gonna be like, go faster, go ahead, my black butterfly, or those things that I'm gonna be like, I need to put her back in the cocoon so she can grow a little bit more. I don't like it, right? I hope you know that despite what my reaction to what you're doing or saying is, that my action still demonstrates a consistent love and support for you.
Yeah, but I think that's a situation where you're learning how to do that, or I am learning how to do that now. Learning that difference. I mean, like, I've realized it a while ago, but really sitting in it to know, okay, yeah, I can tell her she might come off like this. We'll get through it. But I think that that's also just me taking care of myself before I bring you something too. Because I know the kind of reaction that you might have. So I need to sit in that for a second. Like, okay, she's going to have this kind of reaction. Are we ready to bring that on? Like, am I mentally ready to have that conversation with you, to be able to, okay, I need some advice, but she's going to act like this. Now, can I get through this while she's acting like this so I can get here? All right, maybe I need to take a minute before I bring it to her so that I'm in the right headspace.
Yeah.
To then move forward.
Yeah. Because a lot of us say we need advice, and I call these people assholes.
Oh, assholes.
For the people that's always asking for advice, but never taking advice. Or when you give them advice, they have a response to everything you say.
Yeah, it's always a rebuttal or excuse.
I would recommend you do no, I did that before. Oh, I remember when such. Why are you asking me? Right? But there's also, I love what you're saying, is like, am I in the headspace to hear something counter to what I believe to be true?
Yeah. And
I know my mom, which it's interesting that you know me, because you don't mince words either. Like, people gonna get the full unadulterated truth from you. And so being in that space where you're like, I understand that what I might receive may be hard.
Yes.
It may be a tough pill to swallow.
Yes.
But I'm ready.
Yes.
I'm ready, because I know that, something that I said to when I'm having my moments with God all the time, I'm like, I've tried it my way a whole bunch of times.
It don't work out.
Yeah. When I know like things aren't working according to God's promise for my life, it's because I'm in my own way and I've tried it my own way. And I'm ready. I'm availing myself to a different way or a different perspective. And so you have to be in the mindset to hear
You
it.
absolutely do. And if you're not in that mindset and then all of a sudden you're taking this different perspective negatively, you're not ready to hear what somebody else might have to say about the situation, because we all have different perceptions of life where nobody is ever going to see the same thing the same way that you see them.
Never.
That's just an unrealistic expectation for you to have about anybody, about anything. So I realized that, okay, I have a different perception when it comes to certain things. A lot of the stuff we agree on, a lot of the things we're like, oh yeah, girl, I got it. Because why would she do that? Like, we agree a lot. But there are some things that we're like, okay, now Meltrice.
It's speaking of perspectives, that's really a good lead into our topic today.
Absolutely.
Which is boundaries. And I will say, as a mother with 2 adult children
who are both introverted,
accepting y'all boundaries.
Ooh, talk about it.
Has been really difficult for me.
Yeah.
But you guys don't give me an option.
I don't know.
And some of it I think is kind of ridiculous, actually.
But that's your perspective.
It definitely is.
That's your opinion. That's how you navigate.
Speaking about perspective, this whole boundary thing is like, I mean, but I'm also learning a lot too.
Yeah. Like you just read that, good boundaries and goodbyes, and I think that you realized
it did.
That helped you understand us a little bit more.
It did.
But it's also a situation where we're not used to boundaries. Growing up, boundaries were not a thing. Boundaries
What do you mean?
Boundaries were non-existent. I'm just now
boundaries.
learning boundaries in my 30s.
Okay.
And I'm also teaching my daughter how to have boundaries, and she is very good.
She's very
at
good
implementing her boundaries. And I'd be like, oh, okay, I can't. All right, gotcha. But you had us grow up as people pleasers. I felt like as a child, I always had to do things for other people. I always had to be the one to think about somebody. Hey, how you doing? You good? Like, I was overextending myself a lot growing up. But I think that was just, you like to be on good standings with people. So not burning bridges and everything like that, which I get because I don't either, still to this day. But I learned that I don't always have to say yes. It was Alexis, can you come do this? I got you. Oh, can you come? Oh, I got you. Oh, you need, I got you. Don't worry. I got it. Oh, you don't even have to ask me. I did this for you. I did this and I did this. And now I'm like, who looking out for me? And it's not like I'm looking for a reciprocal relationship as far as I'm giving to you, you got to get from me. Yeah. It's not tit for tat. It's more like, are you pouring into me as much as I'm pouring into you? Am I overly pouring into you and you're just draining me? Like, what is our relationship? And I had to realize that I was overextending myself. I wanted to have relationships with people that didn't really give that same energy back to me. And I'm realizing that now in this age where I'm like, okay, so maybe I need to pull back from doing so much for you because I want to have it, but you don't really seem like you want to have that relationship with me. So what are we doing?
Yeah, no, I think in that book, Good Boundaries, Goodbyes, it was so eye-opening for me. One, she talks about setting boundaries not to be punitive. Like you're not establishing boundaries to be punitive. I'm not trying to punish you with my boundaries. I am establishing boundaries so that I can love myself.
Exactly.
Right? I can love myself in this relationship.
Yeah.
And when I don't establish boundaries, I'm constantly beating myself up about things because I've allowed someone to continue to cross my boundaries. And when you allow somebody to continue to cross your boundaries, they're not boundaries, they're soft suggestions. And so, I mean, I learned so much because it's like, okay, yes, I can love you while not while not losing the best of who I am.
Yeah.
And one of the things she said, like what you said, is like almost like level setting. Like you don't give somebody 10 access to you. You don't give them a level 10 access to you when they've only consistently shown you that they are capable and or willing to give you 2.
Yep.
And that's where we get hurt the most, is that
we do. The
we're giving
expectation
people
that somebody
level
else
10
Yep.
when they can only, they should only have level 2.
Or they're only able to give you level 2.
Yeah, they're only capable of giving you level 2.
So that's fine. I'm just gonna match your level 2.
Yeah.
And I don't think that I've never looked at boundaries as something that's harmful. So it's never harmful for the other person either. It's just a level set of expectations, because you're always gonna look out for yourself. At the end of the day, even if you don't realize you have boundaries, you have boundaries. You're just not implementing them out loud, but you have them. I think everybody has them to some capacity. So when you're telling me, I can only do this much for you, but you didn't ask me to do 11,000 things for you, but then I ask you for one thing, and you're like, oh, that's just so hard. How am I supposed to feel about that? How am I supposed to take that? And then now, because you don't have that same level of access to me, now we have a problem. How do we have a problem? Because your hand is like this, and I said, why is your hand out? And I'm still like,
right.
I don't understand. But creating boundaries has just been so very hard for me because I've just been such a yes man.
Yeah. And that's interesting that you said I created people pleasers. I would, so I created you all as people pleasers. Why?
I think, okay, maybe not you particularly, but the way that you have presented yourself and you've constantly been there for people. You're constantly bending over backwards for the people that you love. And I've witnessed it growing up, how people have just completely taken advantage of you. But until I learned that it was them taking advantage of you, it was, I want to be just like my mommy. Like, I want to be there for people. I want to help them the best way that I can. I want to not necessarily overextend myself, but I just want to be there. I want to help you.
Yeah.
Like, if I can prevent you from struggling, I want to help you. I want to try to prevent you from struggling.
But not at the sacrifice of yourself.
But that's the learning of it now with the boundaries. I cannot continue to give to you in the sacrificial form of myself. It's not helpful for either of us.
Yeah.
Because all you're learning how to do is take, and I'm over here like, I can't give it out fast enough.
Yeah. So I will say, putting the right boundaries in place for the right people.
Absolutely.
Because I will say that there are people that I sacrificially give to, and I will continue to sacrificially give to, because it is the desire of my heart. But also, I know that they sacrificially give to me as well. Like, some relationships are just sacrificial. I think about Monique's grand opening the other day. Very dear friend, but that was my birthday. Most people would have been like, I ain't doing nothing on my birthday.
I'm about to do
it's my
this.
birthday.
Yeah.
But I wanted to be there for her. It was a big
shows
moment
up
for
for
her.
you.
And she shows up for me every time, right? And so it's creating the right boundaries for the right people.
But it's also relationship based, right? Like you just said, you and Monique's relationship has been pouring into each other.
Yeah.
So you don't mind doing those things for somebody that also pours into you versus somebody else who is usually got their hands stretched out wide, and you're like, girl, I can't today.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I'm going to figure it out because that's just what I've been doing for you.
Yeah.
So it's also very much relationship based. It doesn't happen all the time, but it happens with most people.
Yeah. And I will say, when you and your brother, and this is why I tell parents all the time, like, I learn so much from my children. When you avail yourself to just being a lifelong student, anybody can be the teacher.
Yeah.
Right? And as parents, we think that our children can't teach us anything, that we're the teachers and everything like that. But I avail myself to what you and Marlon exposed me to that's new.
I applaud you for that, because a lot of parents will never be able to do that, and that's so unfortunate. But
yeah, I agree. And it's not easy. When you guys establish boundaries, I'm like,
excuse you? Yeah, it was a whole thing.
Y'all my kids. Excuse me?
You want me to do what? I can't do what? Excuse me? I'm like, yeah, no.
Yeah. And Marlon's like, no. I was like, Marlon, I need to talk to you at least once a week. He's like, no, that's not going to happen. I'm like, once a week is not a lot to ask for.
He's just like, I don't have nothing to say.
He's like, Mom, what am I going to talk about? I just work. I go to school. Like, what do you want to know? But it's like, as a mom, but I will say I've learned to respect your boundaries. Mm-hmm. I don't necessarily have to like them.
Nope.
They don't have to feel good.
Nope.
I've learned to let them feel good. But establishing boundaries don't always feel good to the person that you're establishing boundaries with.
No, not at all. And I realized that because of my daughter. She, like I said, she's really, really good at establishing her boundaries. And just the other day, I was like, Aubrey, can we go? And she was like, no, thank you. I was like, okay. Can I ask why? She was like, I just really don't want to right now, Mom. I'm like, oh, okay. Can I ask why? She was like, I just don't want to. Mm-hmm. All right, well, when you're ready, let me know. Mm-hmm. I'll just be over here in the corner.
Mm-hmm. So is there anybody in your life where you feel like they're consistently like breaking your boundary? They're consistently crossing your boundaries? Don't look at me. I'm consistently crossing your boundaries.
I don't think that it's a consistently. No, I honestly don't have any. But I used to. I used to have people that consistently cross my boundaries. But that was because I was myself not firm in my own boundaries. So until I got to that point of me saying, I said no. No, I'm not going to do that. No, I'm not. I said no. Mm-hmm. I was the one consistently crossing my boundaries.
And that's what I was about to say. Like, I'm the most. I set boundaries for myself and I break them. And I'm like, oh my God, like, you're breaking your own boundaries.
And then you beat yourself up for it.
Yeah, you said you were going to go to bed by 10 o'clock every night because you wake up. Mm-hmm. Like, you said that you were going to work out. You said that this was important to you. Yep. I'm consistently crossing my own boundaries. Yeah. So if I cross my own boundaries, then how persistent am I with making people respect my boundaries?
Yeah, I think that's something that I'm grappling with now. I've actually gotten really good at setting my boundaries when it comes to other people. I am the one that's constantly going back on my own boundaries to myself. Mm-hmm. So like you said, the going to bed at a certain time, doing certain things for myself is what I am struggling with at the moment.
So boundaries can protect you.
Yes.
Do you think boundaries can hurt you?
I don't think that boundaries feel good. I don't think that they feel good when it was never established that it was a boundary. Like, if it's just happening randomly and it's like, it feels like you're getting reprimanded for something, but you're like, where did this come from? That's how we've always been. I'm trying to, why are you changing up on me now? And the conversation of it being a boundary was never established. I think that that's what hurts the most. Because it's like, I thought that's just how we was doing it. I thought that's how we rolled.
Yeah.
But when you're saying like, hey,
you switching up without telling somebody.
You're switching up without that is hurtful. Mm-hmm. But if you sit down and have a conversation and you're like, hey, I didn't like that. Like, can we not do that? Or can you do this maybe next time, so that, because I just didn't like how that felt. I don't like how that we did that. that's different, because then once they're doing it again, you're like, hey, chill out. I told you to chill out the first time. Now you're not doing it. Now you just, that's different. But yeah, I think that in that aspect, boundaries can hurt.
And when people gaslight you on your boundaries.
You never said that.
That bothers me the most, where I'm like, this is what I need. And then people be like, well, when you do this, you do such and such and such and such, because they're basically trying to
retaliate versus
like
understand.
I'm like, okay, I get how I used to do it, or what you think,
but I'm trying to grow.
In this moment, please don't do A, B, C, D, and E. And the thing is, when we talked about, like, when you and Marlon establish boundaries, and when people are close to me, they establish boundaries, although it doesn't feel good sometimes, right? I don't want to retaliate. Yeah. And be like, oh, so you creating that boundary. I'm going to do this. So I'm going to do all of this, right? I just don't want. But the acceptance of it is really, really difficult. Yes. It hurts really bad. And I had to coach myself into not taking it personal.
But why does it hurt so bad for you?
Because of what you said. You said that people get used to a certain way of interacting with you, and then all of a sudden you switching it up on them. Yeah. And if you don't establish this as a boundary, because this is how I need to operate in this space so that I can feel good about myself, so I can love myself, so I'm not walking away from every interaction not being happy or satisfied.
I think that's interesting that you say that, because I don't think that when I said it out loud, I was like, I don't think I actually ever had that conversation with you.
No. You guys just established these boundaries. Yeah. And I was forced to accept them because I wanted to have the relationship or not.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I now that I said it out loud and I'm actually thinking about it, I'm like, I don't think I ever actually sat down and had a conversation of her with, like, hey, this.
Yeah. Like, even our conversation recently, and I was like, Lex, you have to understand that your boundaries still have to be received, and you don't have to have a conversation, but it's nice to have a conversation, because otherwise, if your intention is not to hurt the other person, if your intention is to love the best of yourself while being able to love that other person, then you should have the conversation.
Yes and no.
Okay.
Yes and no, and I'm only saying that because if it's a habitual thing, then it's like, you should know me. You should know that I'm this way, or I'm gonna do these things, or I navigate differently than you do. Mm-hmm. But then no, because then if something happens and then I'm just doing whatever, it's like, what just happened? Why are we doing this? And we're not having a conversation about it. So I'm saying that that's something that we might have to talk about more. Mm-hmm. Because yes and no.
I'm not following you, though.
Are you talking about, like, recently between us? With the example that you just gave? Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's what yeah. So yes and no.
Yes and no that you should express the boundary, or yes and no that you shouldn't express the boundary?
Yes and no that I agree, but I also disagree. And I think that there's somewhere where we can meet in the middle.
What are you agreeing with then?
That it would be nice to kind of know that I shouldn't take it personally. Like, it has nothing to do with me or you.
Okay.
So yes, that I can agree with that, but, like, no, I don't think that it's completely owed an in-depth conversation.
Not in-depth, but just enough to say, this is a boundary. And this is what I need you to respect.
Okay.
No?
I don't know if we're on the same page with that one.
Okay. All right. Well, let's agree to disagree. We recognize we're going to be agreeing and disagreeing throughout this whole thing. But the thing is, again, you're in a relationship. I think if you're establishing boundaries, my opinion is that you have to communicate those boundaries to the other person in real time, as opposed to, because it feels punitive the other way, right? If you had a boundary, the person may not have known about it, or if they may have known about it or you shared it, letting them know that, hey, this is a moment where you're crossing this boundary. Because again, we all have this um habitual personality where we're used to interacting and engaging in one way. And so just because a person established a boundary in one moment, that person that you're establishing that boundary for, they may or may not be able to change their behavior instantaneously. Like you have to have, here's what I'm trying to say. You have to have some grace, some level of grace, even as you're establishing boundaries, to know that if you're used to interacting with somebody and you've been doing it for quite some time, they're not going to change instantaneously just because you created a boundary. It's going to take some time.
But what's
and you
time?
should
And how
render
much is
grace
grace?
and mercy. The same amount of grace and mercy that you need from God, the same amount of grace and mercy that you need from other people, knowing that you have your imperfections. And again,
That's endless. So I'm supposed to give you endless grace?
I mean, it's endless, but think about this as someone in pursuance of a better relationship with God. Although his grace and mercy is endless, we don't keep making the same mistakes because we don't want to keep hurting the person or the deity that we love, right? So if I'm asking for God's mercy and his grace because I made a mistake and I recognize it as a mistake, I'm not going to keep making that mistake. I'm going to work really hard to not continue to do that. It may happen another 2 or 3 times, but there's going to be some improvement. There's going to be some intentional change in my behavior and in my actions. So I'm not talking about the kind of forgiveness where you like, I messed up, forgive me, and I do the same thing a million times. I'm talking about I am in pursuit of figuring that thing out, and you're giving me grace and mercy in the journey, and you're recognizing that a change is happening.
Okay. Yeah, I can agree with that. I'm taking it in. I'm realizing what you're saying, and I can agree with the grace. I can allow grace. It's something in me that's really hard to allow grace after like the 3rd or 4th time.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever made the same mistake 3 or 4 times?
I mean, like, I'm sure I have, but then the boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so you're not getting it, so I'm gonna have to go ahead and let you go.
So your time is 3 or 4 times. You like, I'm about to let you go.
Yeah, I'm not about to. I'm aware that I make mistakes, and I'm aware that, that's life. I'm not a perfect person. I get that. I'm not saying that, but I'm also saying, we were saying boundaries are for yourself.
Yeah, they are.
So if I am telling you something and you continuously do it
with no progression,
with nothing, okay, all right, she didn't do it that time. Good for you. No, you keep doing it. I'm not about to allow you to continue to do it. Yeah. I just can't.
Yeah.
So at some point, I have to. It's been real. It's been nice. It's been fun.
Real. It's time to go.
I'm gonna head out.
Right. Okay. All right. Drop the mic then.
Yeah.
Boundaries.
I can only do it but so many times. And yes, he gives us endless grace and we love him, but and
mm-hmm.
and I gotta go.
So on that note, let's go. Let's wrap this thing up. So boundaries are healthy. Boundaries are necessary. Boundaries allow us to love the best of ourselves while being in productive and happy relationships. Mm-hmm. Whether that relationship is with your parents, your friends, your siblings, your family, it doesn't matter.
But it's also a form of, yes, absolutely create the boundaries and remember that the boundaries are for yourself and not for the other person. And they are for your mental health.
And the author, Lisa, said it the best. She said, boundaries are loving. And when she brought it home to the Bible, she said, God created boundaries even in the Garden of Eden. He said, do not eat of this fruit, or if you do, these things will happen. Mm-hmm. That was a boundary.
He told y'all, and y'all still ate it.
So boundaries are love.
Boundaries are love. Oh, yes, I love that.
Boundaries are love.
For sure. All right. Well, that was a very interesting conversation. I'm sure that we can always talk about it a lot more and a lot deeper, but to get that conversation going, yeah, I love that for sure. Are there any boundaries that I set for you that you are still challenged or troubled with?
I literally am good with all of y'all boundaries. They're not.
Are they not fair?
They're not fair. Because I mean, come on, I'm your mother. I want to be able to do whatever I want to do when I do it, when I want to do it. But no, I respect them. You're an adult. Mm-hmm. You get to make that choice. And I would, and I expect you to, just as strong and convicted you are when you put boundaries with me, put boundaries up with me, I hope and pray that you're doing that with other people in life.
You don't see the other boundaries that I have with. Yes, I do. And you have a lot more grace because you are my mother than they do.
I receive it.
You have a lot more grace. So are we talking about, yes, honey, okay.
What about on my end? Am I putting up boundaries with you?
I think that your boundaries are fair for you because you're a conversationalist. Mm-hmm. So you want to know, hey, what did I do? Mm-hmm. Why are we here? And I'm like, it's not personal. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I'm just taking it back. It's not personal, but I think that your boundaries are fair. I think that we are still weaving through how to navigate each other with boundaries because the boundaries for us is new. Mm-hmm. But I think that we are giving each other grace.
All right.
Going through it.
Well, I love this conversation.
Oh, for sure. I do
Thank you for being candid and open and transparent. Hopefully we can help someone else establish boundaries so that they can have a productive, positive
relationship with whomever.
Absolutely.
With whomever. Okay. So as we wrap up, what was your financial tip for us for this week?
My financial tip this week is to establish an emergency fund. We are in, a very tough period of rising prices, tariffs, all crazy. The political environment is very unstable. Unemployment is at an all-time high. We may experience some tough times. And so we have to get that emergency fund together. I mean, over 50% of our people in our world do not have an emergency fund. Mm-hmm. And an emergency is coming. It's not an if, it is a when. And we have to be ready for emergencies. And when I say emergency fund, I say a minimum of $1,000. Some people, it needs to be commensurate with their lifestyle, but the emergency fund is just, my tire went bad, the refrigerator went bad, like something where you would normally may need to take out a loan or may need to use your credit card. Yeah. Have that emergency fund set to deal with those emergencies. And we're going to elevate this thing every time we talk, but that's a really good starting point.
Yeah.
Emergency fund.
I like that. So we started with intention. We building on budget, and now we're on emergency fund.
Absolutely.
All right.
What's your book?
I like that. My book. Oh, so I did finish The Last Letter by Rebecca Yarros. It was not a rom-com. It made
rom-com. Define that.
A rom-com is a romantic comedy.
Okay.
It was not a rom-com.
Whoa. Okay.
It made me cry.
Oh, wow.
Oh, it was a good book. It's one of those pull on your heartstring kind of books. Mm-hmm. It really reels you in. It sets the character up. You feel for this character and you want to see them do good. And it's like, why aren't you doing this? And then something happens and you're just like, oh, I'm over here crying over a fictional character.
I do that all the time when I watch the shows.
But it pulled on my heartstring. It grappled me within the first chapter, so it was really good. This week I'm doing Legend Born by Tracy Deonn. It is a black spun King Arthur situation. So I'm really excited to see where she's going to take this book. And I've heard great reviews for Tracy Deonn and this Legend Boy, and it's a series. And y'all, I love me some series.
And you read what? How many books in a month do you read?
My top books in a month has been 8.
Oh, wow. All right, see, I'm not doing that. I'll just learn from the books that you read. But okay, you got your financial tip. You got your book to read.
Yes, yes.
And so we're going to wrap this episode up. It's always so amazing to
It's
talk
absolutely
to you.
amazing.
I learned so much about you.
Absolutely. And we want y'all
And I
to
love
tell us
it.
what kind of boundaries you set in place for the people in your life.
What are your boundaries? How have they helped you? How do you think they've hurt you?
Yeah.
Yep.
And we love that.
All
Well,
right.
all right. Join us next time for another candid, real, authentic conversation. And
Like, share, and subscribe.
yes.
And we'll see you next time.
All right, y'all.
Peace.
Bye.